Hey Steve, what's going on? This is the almighty WWE champion. Hey man, I heard you had this new YouTube channel, Hill Stevens. I just want to give you a shout out. I'm going to go check it out. And I think everybody else needs to make sure to tune into Around the Point because we've been contracted. And if you don't tune in, you're going to get some business from the Herb business.
What's up, people? Hey, it's finally Friday. Congratulations, Sailor. You have finally made it to Friday. See, right now I would play the Mr. Krabs theme song in the background. You kind of get the idea, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Congratulations. You finally made it to Friday. I'm proud of you. I'm fucking proud of you. Let's give a round of applause for all of you. Yeah, you made it to Friday. Holy crap. I got to pee. I'm going to keep it 100. I got to fucking pee. I'm holding it in right now. I'm holding it in. But it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, July 23rd, 2021. Do you see me? I see you. I see you. Put down the fucking chicken leg. All right? Put it down. Put down the gabagoo. Put it down. I see you. I see you. But anyway, this is another installment of Around the Point. Yes, you see it there. Sign me, Tony. Sign me. Sign me, Brad. Listen, if you guys need a chef, I am a culinary major. I'm your guy, Tony Khan. I'm your guy. I'm your fucking guy. But anyway, guys, what is going on, everyone? I hope all of you are had a wonderful week. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend and all that stuff. I know I am. But as always, it's me. It is Steve. I thank you all for tuning in live, or if you're watching on the playback, we're live on multiple platforms. Yes, we're live on YouTube, youtube.com/HeelSteven, or if maybe you're on Twitch. Twitch is your thing. Well, guess what? We got you covered too. We got you. We got you also over on Twitch. We got you, bro. We got you. I got you guys. Okay. Twitch.tv/around the point. All right. So make sure you're hitting the follow button on Twitch. We're trying to become a Twitch affiliate. That is the goal. All right. That is the fucking goal. But as always, it is me. It is Steve. What's going on, everybody? But I am not alone. I'm here joined by two awesome people. I'm first joined by my brother all the way in beautiful Sacramento, California. He is arguably my John Draper to my wrestling soup, the one, the only, Dave Sack. Dave, what's going on, brother, man? How you been? Let me unmute you 1 second. There you go. How are you, Dave?
There we go. How are you? I'm doing good. I started with one of my friends last night. We started a late night retrospect. We're going back watching old pay-per-views. Last night was the 94 Survivor Series, and I think tonight is going to be Invasion. So,
94 Survivor Series, so that's basically, if I remember correctly, don't tell me. It's Yoko and Taker in the rematch with Chuck Norris, the roundhouse kick with Jeff Jarrett, and that is also Bret Hart versus Mr. Bob Backlund, when Backlund beat Bret Hart because Owen made Helen Hart throw in the towel. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, that was the one.
Did I guess it right?
Yeah, no, you guessed it right. We're doing our Fave 5 of pay-per-views of all time for WWE. And so for me, I have Invasion. I have, what was it, Backlash 2016, where AJ won the WWE title for the first time.
Okay.
I have a 2001 Survivor Series. I think that was the year that they did the end of Invasion. Then I got to come up with two more. I think one of them is going to be WrestleMania 21. So then I got to come up with at least one more of my Fave 5 for WWE. But that's what I got.
That's what's up, man. And of course, I am joined by my brother all the way in Detroit. You can check him out on all social media platforms at Detroit Gamer 313. And just like me, My boy's all elite. No more Loomis season. Loomis season is over. We have moved on. That Tony Khan money looks funny in here.
It's still Loomis season. No, that's never going to end. Well, what's going on?
What's going on, Mike? How you been, bro?
I've been all right. Been a pretty much unproductive day, but hey, it is what it is.
It is.
Played a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 today, so it's pretty.
Really? Have you really been playing a lot of Red?
Yeah.
How is it? How is it?
It's pretty good. It's pretty entertaining for me, so I love it.
Regular Red Dead or the online?
No, the story mode at this point.
Okay.
See, I don't know any about that stuff. Me, you guys already know. I am. By the way, hi guy. How you doing, Scott? How are you, Scott Woodford? How you doing, buddy? All right. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, tell your friends, all that fun stuff, and so appreciate it. But me being, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I am a FIFA guy. You guys already know this already. I've seen the trailer for FIFA 22. Okay, I have already seen it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I got a PS4. I'm okay with that. I am not in this need to fucking upgrade and shit like a lot of people are. However, I did see the trailer for PES. I'm sorry, it's no longer PES anymore. It's eFootball from Konami. And I know you guys don't care because obviously you guys aren't soccer fans, but there's a lot of people with.
I'm a rugby.
That's fair enough. Okay, it is what it is. We have a new subscriber, Scott Woodford. Thank you for subscribing, Motherflower. You are fucking awesome, man. Thank you. You are fucking awesome. All right. Again, guys, if you want to show love, again, the Streamlabs down below in the description box. Leave a donation. It does help out the show in the long run and all that fun stuff. A graphic will appear. And something funny will also appear, if you will, upon doing so. So there you go. You'll get that like Scott did when he just subscribed to the channel. So a lot of people are upset about PES. Or, I'm sorry, no longer PES anymore because Konami, after all these years of being known as PES, Pro Evolution Soccer, has decided to move forward now being known as eFootball. If they didn't let you know right there that, yo, we're just focusing on mobile gaming and putting it on console platforms, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, okay? So the big thing about this game is that they're going to be doing a lot of cross-platform like matchups. So let's say, for instance, I'm someone that plays on a PS4. I can play Mike, who has a Xbox One X, what have you, right? Or Xbox X series. You gotta get the idea, right? Or let's say
cross-platform, man.
Dave has a mobile device and he can play someone that is playing on PC.
Nintendo.
Yeah, cross-platform.
And a lot of people are upset because that can cut. Because here's the thing about it, okay, with PES, or eFootball, right? They don't have full licensing like EA does with FIFA. So you're not going to get all the teams unless you do option files, right? Which is like jailbreaking in a way, sort of, right? You just get a little this thing, you put it in, you download all the files, you put it into the fucking system, and you're good to go, right? I love Mike's reaction. I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck this shit, yo. Basically, PES is like 2K, NBA 2K, and FIFA's like NBA Live. You get that analogy almost, right? So there's that. People are upset about it. I mean,
so they're better.
What happened?
So PES is better?
And not necessarily. I mean, graphic-wise, yes. From if you want to feel like you're playing an actual game of soccer, or for my European listeners out there, because we do have listeners from the UK and all that stuff, football, you'll play PES. But if you're tradition, if you, again, have been stuck to EA your entire life, yeah, FIFA's your thing. Now, granted, I like both games. Because, again, that's just me. That's like me liking the WWE game, right, for over the years, and I also was a fan of the TNA game, even though we all know the TNA game was shit. looking back on it now after all these years. But their graphics were fucking amazing. You just didn't think it was made for Midway, if you will. But anyway, we're not here to talk about video games. We're not here to talk about. We could do that for a while if you wanted to. If you think about it, right? But there's a lot to get into this week in wrestling. There's a lot to get into.
Hold on, Steve, 'cause you mentioned something of interest while we're on the topic of video games, and it does kind of tie into everything that we're going to be talking about. So you mentioned 22, WWE 2K22. As of today, they officially removed Daniel Bryan.
Bruh, you don't think we were going to get into that?
I was just tying it all together while we were talking video games.
Like, we'll get into that when we get into the AEW talk, bro, and the WWE. There's a lot to get into with this. So, fuck it. Let's just get into it right now, okay? So, by the way, guys, thank you for tuning in as well. You guys are killing it in the chat. I'm excited for that soccer game from Scott. Killer Demons. Pumpkin Bryan signing with AEW is a huge game changer, bro. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Are they really signed? That's the thing about it. I even have in the chat, guys. I have here also. Oh shit! Are they really signed? I have this here playing back in the playback too and shit. I don't know if y'all hear that or not. Were y'all hearing that shit the whole time? The playback.
No.
Hearing? Cool. That's probably on my end. Whatever. I fixed it. Whatever. It is what it is. But where was I here? A lot of people on Wednesday night, on Wednesday morning, afternoon, the internet broke. Everyone insane. The news of CM Punk reportedly, I'm saying that term, reportedly, signed to All Elite Wrestling. Coming from a source that you guys know, again, I don't like this guy, but it is what it is. The guy does a phenomenal job. And one, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, okay? He broke the story. Apparently, CM Punk has been in discussions with AEW for a while now about coming back into the ring. Now, if you guys remember, when AEW was first starting in 2019, right, there were talks of CM Punk debuting at All Out, right? There were discussions of them texting and CM Punk. And you remember, he was part of StarCast. Remember that? He was part of StarCast, right? Everyone went insane. Oh, my God, he's going to be at All Out. He's going to show up at the main event. Oh, my God, AEW is moving the needle, bro. They're going to change the game, bro. Right? Vince is worried now, bro. But they didn't say that, but you kind of get the idea. So, yeah. You guys remember CM Punk was reported that obviously that didn't happen because he showed up on WWE, that talk show that they did. What was the name of the Inside WWE? Was that the name of the show? Backstage. It was called WWE Backstage, right? It was Backstage. And I remember he showed up that first episode, and everyone again, oh my God, CM Punk. He's coming back to the WWE. And obviously the AEW plans came apart. It was reported that CM Punk didn't like the way or the attempt or the approach, for that matter, of how the Bucks and I guess Cody and Tony approached CM Punk through text messaging and all that shit.
Oh, crap.
Dave, you were cutting off there for a bit. Say that again, bro.
I was just saying, yeah, the text messaging, that was bull crap, especially knowing the drama that he went through prior.
Yeah. So this news came out. Now, it's been reported also now, a follow-up, that he's already signed. They didn't text message him. That's what they were saying at that time, back in 2019. That's what they were saying. There were text messages.
Either the Bucks or Tony did.
Dave, for whatever reason, those are AirPods, right?
Yeah.
Do you have an iPhone?
They work perfect. Like, I can hear you perfectly.
Do you have an iPhone though?
No. I have.
Bro. So what happens is I that like the first couple of seconds you come off low and then you come back normal and shit. It is what it is.
Might be.
They talk to Pete. They talk. I know people in AEW. That's wonderful to know, Scott. That's wonderful to know. So this is what's going on. Okay, everyone's like losing their shit on the internet. And listen, I'm not saying that. Oh my God, it's not happening. I'm not telling you guys, or in this case, we're not. I can't speak for Dave. I can't speak for Mike. I can't do that. But for my sake, from my point of view, is listen, him showing up in AEW, should it happen, could be a fucking game changer. I'm not denying that. Should it happen? Let's be real about it. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking game changer.
What was the question?
Listen, I'm just saying they bring him in. They bring him in, right? If this happens, okay, because at this point right now we don't even know. For this point, we don't even know. But should it happen? Because I'm with a lot of people. I'm in this point. Like, yo, I believe it when I see it.
Exactly. I'm in that same boat too.
But if it were to happen, good on them. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that's not huge. Granted, CM Punk is up there in age already. Let's not pretend that, oh my God, he's coming in as a spring chicken. The way I look at it is he realized, okay, how old is CM Punk? How old is he? Let me find out how old he is.
42.
I know people are going to say, oh,
44.
Okay, he's 44. I know people are going to say, oh, but Steve, you know, guys, look at Goldberg. Look at a lot of guys wrestling up in their 60s and shit. And I get that. But I think even him, he realized, like, yo, there's not that much time. You know what I mean? In his athletic, what's the word I'm looking for here?
His athletic superiorness from his younger days are dwindling down.
His clock, no pun intended to carrying cross, but his clock is really ticking. He's on borrowed time. So if he's gonna go all out,
both of them.
No, but in this case, Punk, at least Bryan's been active. We'll get into Bryan just a sec, okay? We'll get into Bryan just a sec, all right, Dave? Relax. Take it easy. Take it easy, Dave. I know you want to get into Bryan. I know everybody wants to get into Bryan. Bryan Danielson now. Let me correct myself here. Okay? So, and again, I'm saying, what? What are you saying, bro? Tranquilo. Okay, you just sound like you were drunk. Down. Okay, yeah, okay. But his bump card is lower, CM Punk, and see the thing. That's what I'm saying. His bump card is on borrowed time right now. So if I'm Tony Khan, you're AEW, yes, bring it in. That's great, right? Same goes for Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan apparently has been reported per bodyslam.net. Apparently, he is signed to AEW. They've been in talks for a minute. Apparently, the talks of WWE, right? The talks in you're good, Dave. You're good. A little bit, but it is what it is. Apparently about Bryan is that his name hasn't even been mentioned in WWE for months. Like Dave mentioned earlier, or tried to mention earlier, WWE 2K22 has removed Daniel Bryan. He's been removed. So he won't be in the game. Just like Punk, his last appearance was in WWE 2K15. And that got a lot of people talking as well. There's talks of him debuting. And here's the thing about it. So the way this works out too is that, as you guys know, Bryan has been wanting to work in Japan. but at the same time wrestle for WWE. And did you guys remember there were talks that Nick Khan had meetings, right, with New Japan, try to work this shit out. Many people may find that hard to believe, right? And apparently those discussions fell through. Because again, New Japan is not dumb. They know, okay, if we're getting to bed with WWE, shit's about to hit the fan. And as you know, AEW happens to have this amazing working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you watch Dynamite this past Wednesday, the main event was the IWGP US title.
Right.
If you recall, at the end of the match, Hikuleo showed up. The son of Haku, the younger brother, that's hard to believe, of Tama Tonga.
Right.
I guess he's challenging. He's next in line for Lance Archer, who's now the new IWGP US champion. I'm reading the chat here as well. Romeo writes here from True Heel Heats, Bryan really wants to work with New Japan while making WWE, AEW type money. That's another thing too, and also less dates. So if you think about it too, AEW had Yuji Nagata also under television programming, right? They also have this relationship with AAA in Mexico, right? And all that possibilities is there now, right? So also the fact that, hey, Bryan wants to work less dates. So there's also talks of Bryan debuting at Arthur Ashe in New York as a surprise. Now, again, I think all that is awesome. Don't get me wrong, okay? But this is my problem. And I don't know how many of you may feel about this. And again, y'all may think that I'm just nitpicking right now, or I'm just, it's not a big deal, but to me, it kind of is. Okay? Hear me out. Okay? And I want everyone in the chat, hear me out as well. Okay? I'll put myself in the focus for this. I'll put myself in the focal point on this one for now. Okay? We all know Tony Khan is very, very friendly with the wrestling journalist, right? These pro wrestling journalists, the Mike Johnson, the Dave Meltzers, the fucking Sean Ross Sapps of the world, right? He's very friendly with these people, right? To an extent. That's fine and dandy. But this is where I really wished they really kept this shit under wraps. Can you imagine what would happen, right? If they were in Chicago, right? For All Out. At the end of the show, they play bam, bam. And there were no talks about it, nothing. And boom, it just happened. Imagine that organic reaction.
Right.
Versus now, okay, well, they're talking about it on the news. They're talking about it. So now you better give us Phil Brooks.
Right.
You better give me CM Punk. You see what? And even the news with Bryan Danielson. I'm calling him that now because, again, it is what it is. Okay?
Yeah.
People, again, this is where I really wish, because, again, Tony's very friendly with these fuckers. Hey, yo, listen, here's a little money. Just shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Keep your mouth shut. Or I'm going to do to you what Dana White did to Ariel Helwani. If you guys remember the Brock Lesnar deal, when the news came out that Brock Lesnar was coming back for UFC 200 and the UFC wanted to be the first one to break the news, but Ariel Helwani broke the news before all of them. Remember that? And then Dana White literally made Ariel's life a living hell in ESPN. I'm not saying that Tony Khan's doing that, but can you imagine if he did? Can you imagine if Tony Khan were to do that? But that's just my thing, though. I really wished, again, bro, he just shut the fuck up for this. Don't tell the media. Just keep it hush hush. I get it too. I understand. There's a lot of people that are gonna say, "Oh, but you gotta understand, yo. They gotta get people talking. They gotta get people to tune into the pay-per-view coming up. They gotta find a way to make people to tune in." So you're gonna break. You're gonna make this news. You're gonna get people talking, right? And I get that. But to me, this is where I really wished they just kept it under wraps. That's my issue. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't know how any of you in the chat feel about that. But that's just my thing. I just like a good surprise. And yes, Punk and Bryan, when they show up, if they show up, are going to get a big reaction. What do y'all think? Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
So, I think organically, it would have been great if nothing was said. Like if none of the big top reporters or journalists didn't say, "Hey, reportedly it's official, they're signed," and it just happens. It would have been great, especially in New York, of all places. That would have been one of the greatest things for Bryan Danielson to show up. And if CM Punk is signed, if the unicorn that we all want to come back to wrestling does come back, that'd be great too, but only if nothing was said. It'd be great still, but that surprise and reaction of being bigger is gone.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. And I agree with that too. The surprise of it being bigger is gone. And again, guys, I want you guys in the chat to chime in. We even have a poll, a fucking poll in the comment threads for you guys to chime in. Give us your thoughts. Are you guys excited about Bryan Danielson and CM Punk showing up into AEW and all that fun stuff? Let us know. Let us know here. I'm reading the comments here as well. Reading the chat here. This apparently not appearing here in the chat, but appearing here on the comment threads here. This is from Romeo. I think Punk leaked that shit himself to make WWE hit him for more money. That's a possibility too. Here it is. I think Punk leaked that shit himself to make WWE hit him up for more money. That's also a possibility. Dave, what do you think though about what I said and all that stuff? Chime in, bro.
Okay, so with both guys, I think that it should have been more hush hush. I know that, like, I'll do a quick comparison.
Here we go.
AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, them getting signed with WWE. Like, we knew about the talks from them leaving New Japan that they were heading this way, but we didn't know when. And they kept it very hush hush. Like, people didn't even know that AJ was going to be in the Rumble, except for like maybe a few people. Like, they snuck him in backstage, and it's just like that's kind of like how it should have been. Like, it's one thing for us to know that, oh, there's talks, but it's like to basically have it be like, oh, it's written in like now it's on the dotted line and everything. This is these are the type of signees we shouldn't know about because of the big pops. The fact that it's the type of thing where it shouldn't just be a one and done. Like, this is something where the moment happens at a pay-per-view, this is making me tune in the next week to Dynamite. And it would draw in a few people who maybe quit watching wrestling like 5 years ago type of deal. In regards to individual talent, I think for Bryan Danielson, this is his farewell tour. He's just trying to get in what he can, not just with the money. Get in his life.
Money-wise, he's set for life, dude.
I think it's just like knocking out those last 3 matches. And I honestly think his deal, I don't think, I'd be surprised if both him and Punk do like solid, like, oh, I'm signed with AEW for like 3 years. I think it's more of like, they're going to sign for a year and then like maybe so they could still do appearances elsewhere. Like, if this is a farewell for Bryan, I see him appearing in Ring of Honor somewhere before it's over. You know, I know that sounds crazy because of how big his star power is, but that's where he started. And it's just he sounds, to me, he just comes off like a full circle kind of guy. I don't know about you guys on that one.
Maybe so. To me, let me just get this out. There we go. All three of us are on frame here. Yeah, he does come off like that as well. Remember that pipe bomb that he did in 2011? Maybe I'll go back to Ring of Honor, New Japan. Well,
no, I'm just saying doing appearances all over. Like,
yeah, it could be. Could very well be. But this was also crazy. Okay. So with the talks of Bryan going over to AEW and all that stuff, right? Apparently they're saying that it's official. He's on his way, right? And all that stuff, right? It's a lot of people, a lot of the WWE nut huggers that are so upset. Oh, man. They feel some kind of way. I shit you not. They feel right now some type of way. I don't know if you guys, I know, Mike, I know you're on Twitter, so you probably seen this shit. How there's people just saying, fuck Bryan. He's, a sellout and shit like that. This is one that I read, and I did a quote tweet early in the day. I don't know if you saw that or not. But this is what basically some kid wrote. And apparently the tweet got deleted. But lucky for me, it's still here, though. So I could just take a screenshot of this because he's getting fucking just chewed up and shit by people, right? This is what the person said. End quote. At 2:46 in the morning, by the way. I hope WWE completely wipes Daniel Bryan's entire career after all they did for him and his family. He's just gonna jump to the enemy and compete against them. That to me is disgusting. Lost all respect for Bryan.
No.
So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not really following any wrestling people because it's so toxic. It's the most toxic, community of all time. So I stay away from it.
And I get what you're saying. That's fine and dandy. To me, is this right? This is just my point of view on it. I don't think people should be saying this type of shit. I think it's stupid. At the end of the day, people forget this is a business, man. This is a business. End of the fucking day. I don't care who you are. That's the reality of it. But to sit there and say that, hey, yo, man, this guy's a sellout, this and that. Listen. Bryan at this point doesn't need WWE. WWE needs more of him. He needs them. My man made his money. My man already won titles. Think about this, right? And it's so crazy. How to think that 10 years ago, people like Punk and Bryan were just afterthoughts. Yes, Punk cut that pipe bomb promo. That really, really helped them out in the long run. But to think 10 years ago or so, WWE wasn't looking into guys like Punk and Bryan. And how they paved the way for guys that are currently in NXT, which we'll get into just a little bit as well, because I know a lot of people are upset. which we'll get into. And a lot of those guys that are NXT right now probably would not even be there if it weren't for guys like Bryan and Punk who paved the way. But to sit there and say he's a sellout and this and that you hope WWE raises fucking legacy. Fuck you. Fuck you. I really hope, honestly, I really hope that this person, his girlfriend dumps him for a butch dyke that puts in her pronouns her and she.
Damn.
And just takes his girl. That's what I hope happens, yo. And that she makes out with this girl in front of him. That's what I hope happens. I hope the next time this piece of shit goes to fucking Wendy's, they put pubic hair inside his fucking double stacks, all right? I hope the next time he goes to Wendy's and he orders the tropical berry, right? He orders that tropical berry. The guy, the person that's serving it, take a little loogie, right into the fucking tropical berry. I'm a tropical berry kind of guy in Wendy's, by the way.
Oh man, you're going hard right now, bro. You're going hard about this stuff, man. That's
hard.
A little too far.
I'm just being honest. Listen, here's the thing about me, bro. I don't give a fuck. You should know this by now. I'm not affiliated to a site. All right? I don't have to answer to anybody. At the end of the day, once this show goes over, I don't have someone watching the show DMing me, hey, man, we don't like what you said here, man. I don't give a fuck. A lot of these people the thing about me, bro. A lot of these people, bro, that are these full-time content creators and this and whatnot that work for websites and all that stuff, they got to answer to somebody. A lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but there's some of them walk on eggshells, bro. You can't tell me they don't. But that's around the point.
No, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, I just think it's stupid, though. People say, oh, cancel Bryan for what? Because he signed a contract with another company that maybe offered him more money in States. And think about this, right? At the end of the day, listen, Bryan, even if Bryan were to still be there for a couple more years in WWE, what's he going to do? He already lost to Roman. You're not beating Bobby Lashley. I don't give a fuck.
Put over Johnny Gargano. I don't know.
Yeah, but still, that's a one-match thing, though, bro. That's one match, and people are going to be upset. Oh, Bryan beat
Gargano. I'm just saying.
Think about this, right? People were mad that Jeff Hardy beat Karrion Kross. Can you imagine Daniel Bryan beating Johnny Gargano on SmackDown? Can you imagine that? Right? Johnny Gargano comes out to the ring with no way, right? Not with no members of the way. Oh, there's no LeRae. There's no Austin. There's no Austin Theory. There's no Indy Hartwell. Where's the special attire? Where's the Johnny Takeover? Why is he just walking to the ring to his music? Right? So people say that. People are going to go out of their fucking minds. So no. Based on what happened on Monday, people don't want to see these crossover matches. We're good, bruh. They are good. But I think at the end of the day, though, Bryan made a good choice. Punk, like I said before, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. And think of the matches you could do, right? If you're Bryan in AEW right now, right? Bryan Kenny, Bryan Kenny Omega, like I already mentioned already. Bryan Andrade El Idolo, which I'm gonna get into as well in a little bit as well. I just said that twice. I know.
Whatever. You know, like
Bryan versus
Bryan and Punk are taking on Cody. That's a given. Cody.
Bro, you're what was that?
Yeah.
But you kind of get
Cody's taking on both of them. That's a given.
Punk Bryan versus Sammy Guevara, Bryan Darby, Bryan Ethan Page, Bryan Sting, because you know they're gonna do that eventually. Bryan Cody, if you really want to. There's all these matches he can do. Even Hayden Coleman right here. Adam Cunion right here. If AEW is WWE Light, then the WWE is Indie 2.0. If AEW is WWE Light, then the Indie. Yeah, basically, look at NXT. NXT, and I said this years ago, is basically Ring of Honor on steroids.
Yeah.
I've always said that for years. We've been saying that shit for so many years. But that's the thing. Like, it's so ridiculous, bro. Like, can you imagine, right? What would happen if Sammy Guevara would have signed the WWE?
205 Live for life.
No. But what I'm referring to is the reaction of the people.
Who? Yeah, it would have been a "Who are you?"
No, but what I'm saying, okay, bro, you're not getting what the fuck I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is how all the WWE nut huggers are so angry at Bryan leaving for AEW, right? Can you imagine all the AEW nut huggers getting angry at Sammy Guevara for, again, hypothetically speaking, jumping over to AEW.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying him signing with WWE instead of AEW in the beginning.
No, but I'm just saying, though, to think about
I
that.
was confused.
Sammy does his time in AEW, then decides to take his career to Connecticut. Can you imagine all the AEW nuthuggers will be so angry and upset? How dare you? You sell out.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And that. It's so stupid. I'm unsubscribing from your vlog channel and shit. But anyway, at this point, what I'm trying to say, and again, for me, I'll believe it when I see it. I think, again, if it does happen, good on them. It's a good pickup. To me, I would consider Punk jumping to AEW in the same way of Hulk Hogan jumping to WCW in 94. And hell, Bryan is more like Randy Savage jumping to WCW. Or if you want, Ric Flair 93, when Flair cut that promo, time for every wrestler in the world to, bow down and shit like that and say, I'm back. Bryan Danielson is back, right? So there's that too. Anyway, there's that. If you guys want to chime in on that, feel free to drop your comments. We have a poll up on in the chat here. If you're on YouTube, we have a poll. I mean, look how the poll's looking like right now, okay? Let's see how the poll is looking like right now. Let's see how the poll is looking, if you will. How is this poll looking right now? God damn, I can't see the goddamn poll. I don't see the damn poll, god damn it. Do y'all see the poll?
The poll should be there.
I don't see the poll, man. Well, let me know how the poll looks. Let me know how the poll looks right now, all right? How about that? Let me know how the poll looks right now, all right? If you can. Imagine Sting versus Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. They might do that. Don't be surprised. Anyway.
The poll is 60-40.
Say that again, Mike?
I can see Sting stepping Daniel Bryan Punk match.
Well, Mike, say that again? I'm sorry.
I said the poll is 60-40. Hell yeah, bruh. It's 60%. No, I'm good, bruh. It's 40%.
So 40% hell yeah, bruh. 40%.
No. 60%.
60% are what?
Hell yeah, bruh.
And 40% is I'm good, bruh. I'm good.
Yeah, it's 60-40.
Got you, bro. Got you. And guys, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. All right, hit the subscribe button down below. If you're on Twitch, twitch.tv/aroundthepoint, hit the follow button. It'll have fun stuff. We're trying to become a Twitch affiliate as well. The goal is for SummerSlam and All Out to do our live reactions on Twitch. That is the goal. So again, guys, hit the follow button on Twitch, twitch.tv/aroundthepoint. Or if not, if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. We do have the Streamlabs enabled if you want to leave a donation as well. It does help out the show in the long run. So let's move on here. Okay, let's move on. Okay. I don't have like a script here. I don't, obviously. But I will say this. I did watch the Raw after Money in the Bank. Oh boy. Oh boy.
A lot to say.
Where do I begin? Where do I even
You want to work backwards?
No. So here's the thing. If you watched the show and all you saw was John Cena show up, you enjoyed the show. Basically.
You enjoyed tonight.
You enjoyed tonight. He basically comes out there. He challenges Roman Reigns to a match at SummerSlam. And we're off to the races. He's going to be there tonight on SmackDown. Which, by the way, there'll be also matches taking place at Rolling Loud.
No, that's canceled.
What do you mean it's canceled?
I think that's canceled because the stage or whatever that they had set up at that concert or whatever, it collapsed.
Yeah, but they're still doing.
So I don't know if they redid it.
Either thing,
They're still doing it.
They're still doing the show, bro. Come on, dude. I guarantee if I go on Twitter right now, bro, there's people tweeting about Rolling Loud right now. There's people losing their shit about Rolling Loud. I guarantee you that right now, bro. Let me look it up right now, dude. Let me look it up right now.
Yeah, just double check because I did see their WWE setup that it completely collapsed. So I don't know if they were able to fix it in time.
Let's find out, shall we? I think they will be. Okay, so I see
what's that, like a hip hop music festival?
Yeah, bro. It's a big hip hop festival. So it's gonna be happening, apparently.
Okay, that's cool.
At first I was upset for not streaming the drip stage, and I realized I'm not missing much. Yeah, but they're doing it. Apparently, yeah. They're having the show. It's taking place. And obviously, yes, you're gonna have Bianca versus Why am I hearing an echo?
Carmella again.
Well, why am I hearing an echo from my end? What the fuck, dude? Why is there an echo in my end? Let me see here. 1 second here. Audio. Echo cancellation. We're good. We're good. Anyway, so by the way, who has the playback going on right now? Who's playing the playback?
I can't.
All right, cool. Don't. Did Chief? We also got Chief here in the chat. What's up, Chief? Did you hear the rumor WWE reached out to Braun Strowman out of to the AEW? I heard about that. I heard about it, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Is it out of fear, or is it just they just wanted to do a pay cut?
I think it's out of fear because the last thing they want to do is here's the thing about it. Again, if you're WWE,
it's out of fear.
Damn, Dave, let me talk. Goddamn, bro. Okay. I think out of fear, because let's be real about it. If you're WWE, if you're Vince, and you're hearing the fact that they are great, they reach out to Bryan and Punk and they're signing. They got Andrade, right?
Right.
Fuck, they're in deep shit right now. I'll be shitting myself. But again, they go back to what I was saying earlier. I think it was last week. AEW's in their own lane. The WWE's in their own lane. Let's keep it that way. Shall we? Can we keep it that way?
Yeah, they should.
You can enjoy both. You can watch both and enjoy both.
Yeah.
Right.
Adam Butt here. Goldberg and Strowman are bigger names than Bryan and Punk.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't say that.
well, Goldberg, yes. Goldberg, I'm not going to deny you. Goldberg, yes. Braun, my man, I don't know, man. You need Braun Strowman back, so I'm not worried about Punk and Bryan. Okay. Casey's Raw right here. What up, Heel Steve? What up, Casey? How you doing, brother, man? How you doing? So where was I here? So with Monday Night Raw. Where was I? And again, this is not an in-depth review by no means at all, okay? Let's talk about the big things that happen, right? The big things that happen on this show. Keith Lee came back. He faced Bobby Lashley, got a big reaction, and he lost.
Right.
Yes.
It's okay.
Too.
Yeah, he lost.
Okay, he's strong, so.
What happened, bro? Yeah. Dave, what happened?
No, he put up a strong performance, so it's okay that he lost because he was strong. So.
People were mad though. People were angry that the former Joe Cronin monetized world champ is here. But people were angry though that Keith Lee lost. Are people out of your mind? Are you listen? I get it. He's been gone for 6 months. I get that. But do you guys know who he was facing across the ring? The WWE champion, who just came out of dominating, literally, Kofi Kingston the night before.
Right.
So why would he lose to Keith Lee?
Exactly.
Why would he lose to Keith Lee? And I'm amazed how everyone all of a sudden, oh, Keith Lee's buried. NXT's buried. Fuck, he'll get into it right now. Karrion Kross made his Raw debut, which caught me by surprise. What up, brother? How you doing? Everything Pro Wrestling. How you doing, man? Guys, go check them out. They do awesome stuff as well. All right. So, Karrion Kross made his Raw debut, and that caught me by surprise. Wasn't expecting it. If you want me to be honest with you, I was not expecting it. But there he was. He debuted against Jeff Hardy, which, by the way, Jeff Hardy came back to normal words, and that put a smile on my face.
Yep.
I was happy. Like, good for you, man. Good for you, bro. This is awesome. Right? I haven't heard that song in years. He did say, hey, when the crowd's back, I'm going back to normal words. Right? The match happens. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, they're not going to have Karrion Kross lose, right? They're not going to have him lose. No way. It's Jeff Hardy. Come on. It's Jeff Hardy here, right? So Jeff Hardy.
You said Drew came out to No More Words?
How about Jeff Hardy?
Oh, Jeff? He came back with that song?
Yeah, No More Words. Bro, where you been? I thought you watched Raw on Monday.
I fell asleep during that time. That was like what, the second half, like the second hour?
Yes.
Yeah, I fell asleep during the second hour.
So he came back to No More Words, right? And the match has happened. Like I said before, I'm like, there's no way Kross is losing this one, right? And again, your Kross didn't come out. He came out with no Scarlet, right? Generic and same answer, just generic walk, right? He had the belt with him. And I'm like, he's not losing. Then Jeff do the twist of fate, right? He locks the twist of fate, go for the swan. I'm like, oh no, they are about to really do this, are they? Oh my goodness.
So
and then,
Yeah.
no, he gets the knees up. But then Hardy put, I guess, his foot on the rope, or he grabs the tights.
Put on the rope.
Put on the rope, and he beats Karrion Kross.
Cheated.
He cheated to win.
First loss in his WWE career.
Well, technically his main roster. Again, because I don't know if you know this or not, bro. They're not counting NXT anymore.
Yeah. Charlotte's an 11-time champion now, not a 13.
Yeah, she's 11-time now. Right? 11-time. Even though on NXT, on that show on Tuesday nights, he's undefeated for 2 years. But on Monday nights, no, pal. Now, there's a lot of people that are angry. There's a lot of people that are saying that, oh, my God, you know, this is Vince delivering a message to NXT. And I can believe it. And here's the thing. Had this been anyone else, I would have not minded. Listen, I don't like that he lost. Okay? I don't like that he lost. Okay? Had this been anyone else on NXT, for example, Kona Reeves, right? Had this been, I don't fucking know.
You know, little tiny black dude who looks like Cheeseburger.
Leon Ruff.
Yeah.
Had it been Leon Ruff or, you know, or a fucking Ashanti the Adonis, or I would not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I would not mind. Okay, whatever. Jeff Hardy got to win. But this is your NXT champion. That's the thing. When someone's the NXT champion, they're supposed to there's big expectation. Oh, this person's on their way up, what have you, right? And he lost. And the internet lost their fucking minds.
Like, it's a thing where, like, he could have lost, but, like, right away, Cross would have had to beat the shit out of him. Like, that would have worked.
But apparently he cut a promo after, Jeff Hardy's going to pay. So this is a program. He got cheated. So I'm supposed to believe now that he's going to beat the fuck out of Jeff Hardy on the main roster.
Yeah, that was first impressions. Like, that match could have went to a no contest, and he just, like beat him until there was a disqualification or, like to show his ruthlessness or something. But the way, to just lose like that sucked. And I mean, like, before it came out that this was a message, here I am thinking, like, I'm trying to think on a brighter side. I was like, NXT just got raided. They're taking 6, 7 people right now off of the roster. I'm thinking, are they going to bring Jeff Hardy to NXT? Because they beat the NXT champ, and I'm thinking, is this going to be like a filler angle until they do Cross Joe at TakeOver? And they didn't do it. So I was just like, man, I didn't understand it. So to me, that would have been.
So here's my thing too, and I want people to understand this also. Okay. Was this Vince delivering a message? Absolutely. Of course it is. He owns NXT. People forget that. And I love this notion of, he doesn't care about NXT. He doesn't care. Of course he does. Of course he cares. If he didn't care, he would have not put in a shitload of money for that performance center down in Winter Park, Florida. Not just that, he would not have funded that performance center all the way in the UK. Okay, with the state of the art facility, one of the best trainers in the world, and all that stuff to help again mold the future talent of the WWE. Am I right on that, or?
No, you're right.
100% right.
Again, I laugh when people say, he doesn't care about NXT. Really?
Did you
But this is the message, though. This is the message that Vince basically left off to the entire roster. Okay, I did read reports also. There was a backstage altercation with Adam Cole that Cross had in NXT. A couple of weeks ago, when they had that exchange in the ring where Cross called him a little man, right, and all this stuff. Gargano all took jabs at Cross in their program and all that stuff, right? So there is that room, but I think, yes, is Vince delivering a message to the roster of NXT. Listen, the message is simple. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you've done down over there at the CWC. I don't care about your 700,000 viewers you barely get a week. That's great and all, okay? I can give a fuck about all the main events you've done on takeovers, all right? I don't give a fuck about that shit now. Now you're in my world. You're no longer hunters. Now you're in my world. And in my world, I call the shots. Basically, you know what this is like? This is basically, right? If you ever watch D3.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
This is basically the Mighty Ducks, right? This is basically, and I'm not trying to, but this is basically Charlie Conway and fucking Ted O'Ryan. This is now Ted O'Ryan to the entire NXT roster who are the Mighty Ducks.
I hear you.
Yeah, he did make an example out of it. Why would he not?
Wait, I got a question about this.
Everyone expected Cross to win, and myself included. That would be basic. But now there's a story here. Again, Cross wants to beat the holy fuck out of Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen now. Yes, again, I think what this does too, I think Vince is trying to also challenge Cross. Okay, man, let's see you try to overcome adversity here. I'm gonna put this hurdle in front of you. Let's see you overcome this shit. Let's see you take this take this chicken shit, turn it to chicken salad.
Right. Like, well, I got a question about this in regards to Vince's message. Do you think that like he's delivering this message now of like NXT is nothing more than developmental versus it being a third brand, simply because of the fact that like because a few years back.
Well, let me ask you this question: it was always developmental.
No, it always was, but it was starting to get pushed as the third brand a few years ago.
Even if pushed or not, they're always developmental.
Of course,
they're always. They're still developmental.
No, but I'm just saying. Do you think he delivered that message now?
So what's the question here, bro? The NXT was NXT. Listen, I get it. For a lot of you guys, NXT became this bigger than thing that WWE was doing, right? It was this underground thing, right, that no one was supposed to know about, right? But at the end of the day, and I may think, oh, you're nut hugging right now. No, I'm not. I'm just being realistic here. There's the thing about it. I'm just being fucking realistic about it. They were always developmental. Put it this way. They were developmental then. Back in the days of Hulu. Remember the Hulu days before the network? Remember when the American Wolf showed up as the Pitbulls and Davey Richard landed on his fucking head? Remember that? When Sami Zayn was feuding with Bo Dallas? Right? And Sami Zayn had that clinic with Cesaro in his debut at NXT. Then it was developmental. When Rollins won the championship, right? In that tournament and all that shit. Yeah, they were developmental. After all these takeovers, and guess what? When all those guys, once eventually they make their way up to the main roster, and the new class comes in, bro, they are developmental.
No, I agree with you on that. But where I was coming from with my question is, do you think because it was around 2019 when like NXT was getting involved with like Survivor Series and stuff like that, and like that's when when it was. Go ahead.
AEW, bro.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm coming from. Do you think this message is being sent by Vince because of the fact that, hey, we pushed you hard, NXT, and you couldn't deliver on beating AEW in the ratings?
No, and yeah. Yeah, in the sense of, I can imagine, hey, you took this developmental, because again, at the end of the day, bro, it's developmental. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if Goku is on the NXT brand. It's still developmental, bro. At the end of the fucking day. That's how for you. Listen, I'm reading the comment. Adam Butt writes here, right? Killer Cross and Adam Cole, another development. Yeah, I get that. We know, but in the old man's eyes, they're developmental. That's just the bottom line.
I think it could be simply a thing of this is him finally letting out the message that, damn it, I wasted all this money on a TV deal for a developmental brand.
Yeah, no. I think also, and I'm not saying that these guys have that mentality. It's probably an ego thing where, listen, we've been killing it on NXT. We are killing it on takeovers. But reality is, I guarantee all of them had that custom. Hey, we're going to go to the main roster. We're going to get this massive push for a couple of weeks or months if we're lucky. And off to the races. Vince, well, hold my beer, pal. I'm going to have your NXT champion, you see? Lose just like that. And that's the thing about it. Listen, we can sit here and say that, Vince, like you said, looked at NXT as a potential response to AEW. Because be real about it. If Vince really wanted to, he could have thrown the Raw and SmackDown brand, right? Mm-hmm. But instead, he chose to go with NXT. Based off the fact that, hey, the AEW and NXT fan base are sort of the same. They are the same. They're the same fan base.
Right.
But the reality, but at the end of the day, like what you like. Like what you like, bro. I'm not gonna again. What I'm saying, Dave and Mike may not agree with. A lot of you guys that are tuning in may not agree with that either. But it's fine. Mike, what do you think, bro?
I mean, you guys already, hit the nail on it.
What's your take, though?
Yeah,
What's your take?
It's not, at the end of the day, Vince is going to want what he's going to want. And if it's not the part, he's gonna show it. And people are going to like it. That's pretty much my thoughts. So.
Dave, what about you, bro?
End of the day, no matter what, even the developmental brand, it could be run by Triple H. But whenever Vince walks into the building, then the last decision is his, and that's the thing. I think it sucks in regards to the Karrion Kross situation. The thing that just bothers me the most is they could have used that as continuity of like, okay, the champ took an L, and then like play that into NXT, and so you do Joe and Cross. They could have done a quick episode of NXT for a pop of Cross and Hardy for the title, like in 2 weeks. I think that would have been a pop. Jeff Hardy got his new music back. He would have been a respected bigger fish in a smaller pond. They're not going to do it, and they're going to continue looking like, why are we losing in the ratings and shit like that? And I don't know, man. It's just Vince decides at random to deliver these messages, and people just unfortunately got to suffer. But it's just like how you
It's how you handle the situation, bro.
Yeah, how you handle it.
How do you handle the situation? How do you bounce back from adversity?
Right.
That's the thing, bro.
I mean, like, the best thing for Cross is like, I don't know if it's a matter of respect.
It's only 1 week, though. It's only 1 week. So for all we know, who to say Monday on Raw? He beat the fuck out of Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, you would think that, but there's got to be a reason why Jeff Hardy had to cheat to win. Like, they got to be doing something with Jeff. Like, for why would someone who's like a historic veteran super baby face have to cheat?
Let me ask you this question, man. What if, and Adam writes here, maybe Jeff Hardy's getting a title run. Us as fans got to let it play out. And I get that too. Yeah, let it play out. I'm not saying that you're wrong, Adam. But I do think, again, I think it's Vince, and I hate that being repetitive with this shit. It's him delivering a message, man. Listen, again, what y'all do on Tuesday night, that's great and all, but now you're in my world. When you come up here, I'm the one that decides at the end of the fucking day. Other than that, though, moving on. I didn't want to get stuck on this topic all fucking day, but what else happened on this show? Reginald won the 24/7 title.
My man, I like Reggie.
I like him too. My only critique, and Don Tony said this on his show on Monday, and I kind of agree with him too. I'm not to the point he should get fired, but when Nia headbutted him, he no-sold it. Literally no-sold it. That's me. Whatever. I'm happy that he's 24/7 champion. He's gonna be basically the new. He's gonna be the new Akira Tozawa. Basically.
New Crash Holly.
Basically, it could be funny as hell though to see him doing his shit, but whatever. 24/7 title is a jobber title, basically. What else happened here on the show? And again, I'm not gonna go in the full review. The main thing. We have a new women's champion. And no, it's not Rhea Ripley. Nikki Ash, as you guys know, won the Money in the Bank on Monday. My bad, last Sunday. People were not happy how she won it. I'm one of them. I hate how it happened. I hate how it fucking happened. But she, at the end of the night, she cashed in and pinned Charlotte Flair. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. And now she is the new women's champ, the Raw Women's Champion.
That's 3 for 3 on cash-ins, all on Charlotte Flair.
Carmella, Bailey, and now Nikki Ash.
Oh, and Alexa cashed in on Nia
and Ronda, yeah. So here's the thing about it. Like, I think Nikki Cross, Nikki Ash, whatever the fuck you want to call her, has worked hard. No one's denying that. I think she's one of the MVPs of the pandemic era of WWE, along with Asuka, along with Alexa. She's in discussion. Sasha, Bailey, she's up there, right? I commend the fact that, hey, she chose to do this gimmick.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like, at the end of the day, there's a part of me that thinks that this whole time Alexa has Nikki out in a spell, having her think that she's almost a superhero. That's just the vibe about it. Now, listen, just like Mike, I fell asleep near the end of the show. I fell asleep. Okay? So I wake up to another television program on my TV. So I go on my phone and I see Twitter is going crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe Nikki Ash did this, right? Or what have you. Nikki Ash's Hurricane 2.0. More like Mighty Molly, but less attractive. Eva was a great pickup by WWE. Gotta agree, Adam. Hell yeah, it is. And I'll get to that now in a little bit. I'll get into that. So people, again, I think overall it's a good choice. What this means now is that she's going to be involved in the SummerSlam title picture. I'm talking about Nikki Ash. You're going to do Nikki. It's going to probably be a triple threat because, number one, Charlotte did, again, she's the former champion. She gets a rematch. And Rhea Ripley got disqualified. She lost by disqualification. So she has a claim to get another shot. You're probably doing a 3-way at SummerSlam. Or if not, you're probably doing Charlotte versus Nikki Ash. They might do a match on Raw where both women go at it and the winner faces Nikki.
Yeah.
That said, all you fuckers that were saying Becky, I got news for you, bro. If you thought Becky Lynch was coming to Monday Night Raw in literally next week, it's over. It's not happening. You're not getting Becky to at least after SummerSlam at this point.
Oh.
What is Becky going to do now? If you with Charlotte right now, knowing that Charlotte lost a title match, the former champion, she can get a rematch. Imagine the WWE Money in the Bank without the fan is just the same old repetitive, predictable crap with WWE treats their fans as puppets. Here's the thing. I'm kind of happy they were with fans in the building because, again, WWE views this pay-per-view as their top 5 now. So it's like, yeah, we need to have them. So fuck it. Let's have them in there. But if you're Nikki Ash, again, this is a story. Hey, she's almost a superhero. She's a champion now, right? The programs you can do with her under this character, Eva Marie is one of them.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Why?
No, it sounds realistic. Like she would be the one to take the belt.
Mike's like, oh hell no, I don't want to hear that shit.
Like, once you brought that up, I'm like, of all the people to take the belt off Nikki,
who says she's off Nikki? Who says she's taking the belt off Nikki?
Like that would be like the ultimate heel fuck you move to the crowd.
But I'm talking about who can challenge Nikki Cross.
Oh,
Mike, you all right, bro? Okay, he's busy right now. Okay.
Okay.
So there's that. I mean, again, you would do, I guess, Nikki Ash versus Dewdrop, Nikki Ash versus Alexa Bliss. If we can add a Survivor Series, I don't know. It's up in discussion right now. Who the fuck knows right now? But there's that. There's all these we can do right now, right?
Yeah.
Love to see Kyra Hogan appear in WWE. Yeah, there's talk that Kyra Hogan has parted way with Impact Wrestling. So there's that too. We'll see.
Well, she has an OnlyFans.
I know. So she announced on OnlyFans that she parted with Impact. She's no longer with Impact. She's done. I'm not. Listen, bro. I'm not paying. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I haven't subscribed to people's OnlyFans in the past. I have.
Okay.
I'm honest about it. $3 or less, bro. $5 or less. Anything. Listen, if your shit's over $30 and you're not getting naked, I'm not subbing. Sorry.
I agree.
Anyway. Let's move on here. So I look forward to seeing what they do with Kira. Not with Kira. With Nikki Ash. But there's that. Mike, you okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You look upset, bro. You look like someone just ticked you off, bro.
Let's move on.
No problem. Let's move on. So, let's get into NXT real quick. I didn't watch all NXT, but I did see the conclusion of when Cross choked out Samoa Joe. And then I guess he basically he took out Samoa Joe, but he took out Regal. Yeah, he took out a Regal. So yeah, Joe's provoked and Cross. By the way, that was pre-taped. By the way, they pre-taped that NXT. It wasn't live.
There was like a WWE exclusive of him getting cleared.
Apparently, I don't know. I didn't see it.
He's supposed because they announced it. They announced for TakeOver 36, it's Joe and Cross for the title. That happened, and then on NXT UK, we're getting Walter Dragunov 2 at TakeOver.
That's gonna be a good match too. That's gonna be a good match. But anyway, there was that. LA Knight wrestled. Who the fuck did he wrestle? I know he wrestled someone.
What's his name? Who used to be the butler for EC3?
Drake Maverick. Yeah, Drake Maverick.
Maverick beat him.
Yeah, Drake Maverick beat him. Distraction by Cameron Grimes. They're gonna probably do another match where I guess LA Knight can't take it no more with Grimes, and it's gonna happen probably at TakeOver. Speaking of TakeOver, they announced that it's gonna be TakeOver. I think 20. I don't know what number they're at now. It's taking place the Sunday after SummerSlam. So there's that. I just hope it's not at the CWC. They need to get the fuck out of there. They need to get out of there ASAP. Seriously. There's that too. Yeah, it's all really got for NXT. I didn't watch the show like that. I really didn't watch it, so I'm not gonna sit here and
look up the okay, so the week before they you saw that bump with Xia Li and Mercedes Martinez where she knocked her the fuck out. Yeah. Well, Karma's a bitch because Xia Li versus Raquel Gonzalez, she does this Raquel, I don't know why, did this giant corkscrew elbow thing, and the way she I think she landed right on Xia's chest and just completely took everything out of her. They had to pull her aside and be like, "Oh, are you all right?" and everything. It was a legit. It showed to me both these girls they need to.
Yeah, there's that. So I did see that. I mean, overall, it happens. Forgot to happen, in wrestling. AEW. I did watch Dynamite while I was at work. Believe it or not, I tried to on my phone. Yeah, I think that TNT app. I thought the show was pretty good. They were in Texas. It was Fighter Fest night 2. Again, good show by them. Very good show. The show opened up, if I remember correctly here, and again, I don't have the fucking thing top of my head here. It opened up with
Jericho Spears.
Yeah, you go Jericho versus Shawn Spears and the origin, the fucking thing that Jericho has to do now, I guess, to get a shot against MJF in a chairs match, which I didn't mind. That you knew going in that Jericho was gonna win, so they had to prolong it. Jericho got the win with the fucking Judas effect. It was announced that next week is gonna be Jericho in a hardcore match, basically, with Nick Gage. Nick fucking Gage, bro. MDK all fucking day.
Yeah.
So because of this, Chris Jericho is coming out as the Painmaker next week.
Yeah.
The return of the Painmaker. So there's that also. Let
There
me
was
just.
no, I was just thinking of the card. So there was that. There was the women's match for the title.
Yeah, I did see that. To me, here's the thing. It's not that I didn't like it. I thought overall, again, they can go. It just I just don't see the connection between them.
No, I don't either.
I don't. Mike, what about you, bro?
What is it?
The connection between Nyla Rose and Britt Baker.
Like the chemistry?
Yeah.
It's awful.
Okay.
In my eyes.
You okay, bro? Cause I feel like you're just like out of it right now, bro. What's going on, man?
I'm tired.
You tired, bro?
Yeah. You want me to remove myself? Because I can.
I mean, it's up to you because I feel like you're just out of it. I don't know what's going on, bro.
I'll remove myself. I'll talk to you guys later.
Then no problem. Then, bro. Anyway. What else happened on this show? I mean, there was a thing. I just don't feel it.
Darby Allin versus the newest member of the Best Friends. I don't know him by name.
Wheeler Yuta. He's not bad. I think overall he's okay. He's okay. I just don't. I guess one of those things where, hey, there's someone they're trying to push, and that's just Wheeler Yuta right now.
Should we talk about the spot that happened in that match outside?
Yeah, staying in Orange County. I loved it. You may
It
think
was hilarious.
It was hilarious. That was the point, though. It was supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be hilarious. It was making.
I just never thought I'd see that side from Sting.
Bro, Sting's getting paid, bro.
Of course,
he's getting paid.
Yeah.
So he's getting paid. So he doesn't give a fuck at this point in juncture. He doesn't give a shit. You had also on the show
the vignette for Light versus the Darkness.
Yeah.
That's
FTR and fucking
Pride and Powerful. I think they're called.
Yeah. There's that also.
Yeah, that, and then they had the video package for Cody and what is it, Mordecai Black or Malachi?
Malachi Black, yeah. Here, I got the result. I have the results here finally. God damn it, yeah.
And is that happening at the next pay-per-view or next week?
Which one?
Malachi Cody.
That's a good question. I think it's gonna be a Fight for the Fallen.
So that's next week.
I don't know. I really don't know. All I know also is that they're gonna do a coordinate celebration next week between Team Taz and the new FTW champion Ricky Starks. There's that too. There was announced that after the match, obviously, the Blade attacked Orange Cassidy, which they had a match also later on in the night. That was, I guess, fun for what it was worth. There was the promo with Andrade. Oh, my bad. Here you go. This is what Adam writes here. Cody versus Malachi Black in Jacksonville.
Homecoming.
So, here's the thing, right? With what was I going to get into now? God damn it, bro.
You're just about to mention the Andrade segment.
Here's the thing. I'm happy that he's in a place where he's appreciated. I just feel like, they brought out Chavo Guerrero to be his, I guess his what are they calling him now? They're calling him his executive
Basically an advocate.
consultant.
That's-
Executive consultant, which I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Chavo isn't it. He's not it. Again, I'm happy to see him again, but he's not it. It ain't it, bruh. He calls out Death. He calls out Death Triangle. They come out. They're talking back and forth. And I don't know about you, but I feel like there was a moment where Pentagon and Ray Phoenix were gonna attack Pac.
I think
The way it was set up, like, oh, okay, it's gonna happen, and no, it did not. Didn't happen. Also on the show, but again, overall, I look forward to seeing where this goes. I think Andrade is gonna shine, if you will, but we'll see. Department to even say, hey, maybe he'll bring in Roosh and all them guys. I don't know.
yeah.
There's that too. It was also we saw LG Luke Gallows versus Kazarian. Kazarian is now going as the Elite Hunter, which is kind of a corny name, but it is
that gimmick back.
basically. Kaz lost, so there's that too. What else happened here?
They announced Christian and Jurassic Express for next week versus the Matt Hardy office or the whatever they're called. It's going to be it's not Matt, but it's going to be one Private Party and Helico.
Basically, yeah. Everything Pro Wrestling right here in the comments. I could see Alex Abrahantes turning. Maybe so. Who knows? Then we got the main event. Of Lance Archer versus John Moxley for the IWGP US title. They acknowledged that Hikuleo, the son of Tama Tonga, was in the building.
Yep.
Okay, they acknowledged that. So after the match, again, it was a fun match. I'm not saying it was bad or anything.
Deathmatch rematch.
Yeah, from Wrestle Kingdom, from like last year. Which again, it wasn't a bad match. Okay, it wasn't bad. But it was one of those things where, okay, I literally thought Mox was going to win, to be honest with you. And I was wrong. Lance Archer got the win, and now he's facing Hikuleo. They finally got that belt off John Moxley. And yeah, in the comments here as well. I'm so happy that CM Punk is wrestling again, best in the world. Here's the thing, and he's been gone for 8 years. He loses that name.
Yep.
I'm sorry. You may think I'm a CM Punk hater, all the fuck you want. Listen, like I said before, I'll believe it when I see it. But in my opinion, he lost that nickname. Yes, you could use it to market all the fuck you want, but he lost that nickname.
I mean, all there is left with that statement and CM Punk is when he finally comes back, then the story is simply, is he still that? That's the only thing you can really do with that moniker with CM Punk. If he comes back, no matter if it's WWE, AEW, wherever, and then they just throw the question, is he still the best in the world? And then the answer is obviously no.
We'll see. We shall see. There's the thing about it. Listen, all this talk about Bryan and Danielson. What about AJ Lee, yo?
Oh, you know what? I thought about something, and I didn't. This is a big, crazy one. Because I really didn't want to believe this until we're actually cementing that Bryan's coming. WWE is basically officially ending this whole total Bella shit.
Probably.
Like that. No, it's legit. Like, they don't want to do it no more because Bryan's done with having reality TV affiliated with his home life. So that made me think, if he's coming to AEW, would they really go there and bring in his wife?
No, they won't. They won't bring in Brie Bella nor Nikki Bella. They are lifers for that company. They are lifers.
I know. They're already talking about coming back.
And I think AJ Lee, honestly, I think wrestling's behind her at this point in the juncture. I think
Forced to retire?
I don't think I think she was due to injuries. No, I think what it was, hey, remember, Punk got fired. Remember that FedEx that was sent on his wedding day and all that shit? And it just so much she couldn't take, and she had other projects that she wanted to do. So
Okay.
I feel like, honestly, I just feel like pro wrestling is behind her. She's good. And I'll be honest with you guys. Yes, Daniel Bryan's out. We just mentioned that earlier. Daniel Bryan is on the WWE 2K roster. Why don't people realize WWE is a PG product for PG kids? Because people still are into it. Sadly, that's what it is. So, what is new me going to be? He just CM Punk, but he is right now.
Mhm.
He is CM Punk. For a lot of people, he is still the best in the world. I think there's a lot of people in the industry right now that are up for discussion with them with that title right now. You know what I mean?
I know there's a little spontaneous. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. The Switchblade called out Kenny.
He is where he belongs, bro. He is in his natural habitat, yo. God.
Switchblade and Jay White called out Kenny Omega on Impact this week. And apparently he claims that he is the real belt collector.
I don't know about that, bro. I mean, listen, he made history, bro. Grand Slam champion, all that shit. Good on him. Good for him, man. But it's one of those things where, listen, I'll be honest with you. I was never really big on Switchblade in New Japan. I'm not saying that he's gone from New Japan, but I think, honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, he just, to me, he was always there. Now he's in Impact Wrestling. He's where he belongs, bro. He's going to kill.
I agree on that one.
Granted, I think this would have been a bigger pop had it been in AEW. That's just me, of course. So there's that, if you will. I don't know what else is going to happen, but I did hear reports that apparently originally it was going to be Andrade taking the spot of Switchblade, but they couldn't come to an agreement financially, Impact and Andrade, so that never really happened. So that's why I went to Switchblade. So there's that. Anyway, guys, listen, it's 7:42. SmackDown's in 15 minutes. So there's a lot I got to do before SmackDown. I'm going to watch it and a lot of fun stuff. This was fun. I'm going to wrap things up here. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you are on Twitch, hit the follow button. The goal is the following. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button. Again, if you're on Twitch, twitch.tv/around the point, go there, hit the follow button. We're trying to become a Twitch affiliate. That is the goal. Become a Twitch affiliate. So the plan is also going forward, SummerSlam, All Out, the pay-per-view reaction streams that we do, the Wrestle Companions are going to be moving to Twitch in the long run, as far as the reaction streams go. That being said, tomorrow I go off on the road again. I'll be going to my first independent show in over a year. Wrestle Pro in Union, New Jersey. Cannot wait. It's going to be an outdoor show. It should be fun. I'll be vlogging. I'm going to try to do a vlog. I don't know how long it's going to be. I haven't done a vlog in 2.5 years. Keep that in mind. So there's that too. All right. But after that, I'm on the road again in September 10th. I'll be at MSG in New York for SmackDown, myself and Walter. And then September 15th at the Prudential Center in Newark. Me and DJ Eric will be over there at Dynamite. And then the week after that, Arthur Ashe Stadium, Queens, New York, which is apparently almost sold out. myself and Walter going over there for Dynamite Grand Slam. So I'm booked, bro. Can't wait. Hopefully things by that time are controlled. I know numbers are going back up where I'm at and all that stuff. I know yesterday the positivity rate was about 700, which is the highest it's been in a minute. Let me just see here real quick. Let me just see here. Let me go to here we go. Here we go. Ready for this? Oh my God, 803 positive cases, bro.
Throughout all United States?
Not here in Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Please. Okay, I'm going to have the question right now. Where do you think Roman's storyline goes apart from just repeating, acknowledge me?
Changes from acknowledge me to who really is the head of the family.
Basically.
If that's where they're really going with guaranteed getting The Rock and stuff, like The Rock's gonna come back, question him like, how you been doing this? This isn't how our family really is. You know, like we've always been respectful, we've always respected the business and stuff like that. And then like basically challenging his superiority as the quote head of the table, who really is the chief or whatever. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. And like this whole new strand and stuff, I've been hearing a majority of the cases are people who never got vaccinated in the first place.
And that's what it is, bro. Listen, my point is, listen, if you're vaxxed or not, dude, that's on you. Okay, I'm vaxxed. I'm vaxxed. I think all of us here, myself, you, me, obviously myself, you, me. I just said that twice. Myself, you, Walter, Chase, Mike, we're all vaxxed. We're all fully vaxxed.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get vaxxed, that's on you.
Right.
Just be honest about it. Don't lie that you are, and then push come to shove, you go to an event and you know what I mean? It's gonna suck. Listen, I'm happy with the way things are going right now. Fans are going back into the buildings, having a fun time. The last thing you want to see is them rebuild the fucking Thunderdome.
I know, like I'm afraid of that, but so, I wanted to ask you because
if you don't want to go back to that, people, do what you got to do.
Right. I wanted to ask you because you're going to these live events. Are any of them like doing the thing of mandatory presentation of your vaccination card?
Well, the Wrestle Pro shows is an indie show. It's an indie show. They don't really care.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that today's wrestling fan will be masked up. I have it in my pocket, but there's just that.
You're going to AEW though.
So here's the thing: the Prudential Center show for Dynamite on the 15th.
Yeah,
Prudential Center in Jersey. The mayor of Newark has put an executive order. I don't know if it's still there, but apparently, he's requiring everyone who's ever going to a building in Newark, which is the town where Prudential Center is located, you have to be fully vaccinated.
Gotcha.
Now, Arthur Ashe, I have no clue. Likely, yes, New York is going to ask you to be vaccinated. If you're not, then you're at your own risk. But there's that. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap things up here. Smack this in 12 minutes. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, Instagram at HeelSteven. Again, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitch, hit the follow button over there on Twitch, or try to become a Twitch affiliate. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, all that fun stuff. All right. There's that. That's it for me. If you want to check out Mike on Twitter at Detroit Gamer 313, go hit him up over there. Dave, you don't have anything yet, right?
Nothing right now.
All right, then that's going to be it for us. And we'll see what happens. Probably be back, if anything, probably this coming week. I'll keep you posted. But there's that. All right, guys, we're out of here. Peace out, everybody. Take care.